Nope, I'm not going, and nobody's gonna make me. Yes, the title is true that after 3 consecutive years of going to Star Wars NIte at Disneyland, I've decided not to go. And I've got 5 very good reasons why. How much does Star Wars NIte cost? Have they added anything new? And what's it going to take to get me, a Disney Parks fan, to come back and sign up for Star Wars NIte? I'm gonna answer all those questions and more, so come hang out. Boom! What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for clicking on my video. This is Finding the Force, where Obi-Dad Kenobi loves to share my passion for Star Wars by exploring the treasure and lightsabers of my favorite Jedi and Sith. And I also love covering super immersive Star Wars experiences like Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disney Parks. The reason I'm making this video is because just within the last week or two, tickets went on sale at Disney.com for Star Wars After Dark event. So a much different video I'm gonna be doing today, guys, but you know Obi-Dad Kenobi, if you've been watching my channel for a while, I don't like to make negative content. I'm also gonna be sharing with you guys a lot of the great things about Star Wars NIte, but most importantly, if there's anything that I can get out of this video, it's to send a message to Disney about some things they need to improve to get me to bring my family back and spend almost $1,000 for one evening of entertainment. All right, guys, let's start this video by addressing the elephant in the room. And it's not an elephant, it's a tauntaun. And if you squeeze him, he might talk for the entire video. And that is the price of Star Wars NIte, which is anywhere between $160 to $180. So for the sake of this video, when you think about transportation, parking, taxes, and fees, we're gonna call it about $200 per person, which is more accurate. $200 for an evening. Love those tauntaun sounds. So the hefty price tag alone is a lot of money that you could buy a lot of other things with, and that probably contributes to a lot of you out there of why you choose not to go to Star Wars NIte. If that's a reason, let me know down in the comments. Why I think they have to charge that much regardless is because they're operating a theme park way past closing time till 1 in the morning. You know, tons of extra staff, extra electricity they've got to run. I think he wants a snack. Is that what he's saying? All the extra stuff that you need to operate a theme park that massive for additional several hours. All right, next. A big deal breaker for me is the time. So they do allow you to enter the park at 6 p.m. However, none of the activities begin until the stroke of 9, when it gets dark and then more of the Star Wars fun can happen. So really the event goes from 9 p.m. until 1 a.m. And I think that's how all the Disney After Dark events go, like the Oogie Boogie Bash in California Adventure. So if you're on a trip of like 3, 4, or 5 days to Disney parks, what happens if you stay up until 1 in the morning? You know, unless you're like a totally resilient teenager and you don't even know what tired is, most of everyone else, you're feeling super tired and groggy, so you're gonna be sleeping in. And for all of you guys who aren't like Disney Parks experts out there, you're gonna get more done in the first 3 hours of opening than you're gonna do like the entire afternoon. So those are really key hours to be feeling refreshed and in the moment to maximize that morning where you can get so much done. Another very unique reason to go to Star Wars NIte is it's one of the only times you can get fully dressed up in costume in Disney parks. Completely in costume as Obi-Wan, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, your favorite characters. There are just a couple of small stipulations like you can't cover your face. So other than just a few restrictions, you can be in full costume in Galaxy's Edge, which can be probably a really immersive experience, even more so than on a regular Saturday during summer. Let's say you're there at Star Wars NIte, you have 4 total hours. So most of the people who pay for this event know that you don't want to go on the teacups or on It's a Small World for like the 87th time of your life. This is the time to do everything special for the event, like check out the food, the entertainment, and especially get photo ops with all those super rare characters, which you can't see any other time of year. And before I talk about the characters, I want to talk about the lines. That's the third reason why I'm not going back to Star Wars NIte, is because the lines were so long, especially for in Tomorrowland. There's this huge stage which had like Darth Maul, Darth Vader and Palpatine, but the line was wrapping like all the way over towards Space Mountain, which was like 30 or 45 minutes. Even though I have to say, Disney staff did do a really good job of trying to move people along.
Hold for space?
Right this way, right this way. It's a walkthrough experience.
Oh, walkthrough.
Through their photo ops, but unfortunately there's just a huge crowd and demand to get a picture with the Dark Lord of the Sith. So the crazy long lines mean that you can do even less for these after dark events. Huge tip I have for all of you who definitely are going, so put them in like an order of like 5 or 6 of your most favorites and go to those first. And Disney also tries to minimize lines by spreading characters all over Disneyland, which could be a pro and a con, because you want the smaller lines, but also that means you have to calculate all that travel time from Tomorrowland back over to Frontierland into Fantasyland to meet like all the characters. So like that travel time also cuts into the 3 to 4 hours. Now, one reason you're going to have a blast at Star Wars NIte is because of all the awesome people there. Everyone there loves Star Wars, has a great attitude, they're super friendly. I loved meeting a bunch of my viewers that would come up and say hi to me and compliment my channel. So the people there are super pleasant. You're bound to make a friend or two at Star Wars NIte. So the fourth reason why I'm not going to Star Wars NIte this year is because of the characters. So I already mentioned the crazy lines for the characters, and I really hope Disney works on this. Please, if anyone's out there listening, after 20 or 30 minutes of waiting to meet Padme and Anakin Skywalker, just when you get close to the line, the characters have to go take a break and rest. So they just leave and they're gone for like 15 or 20 minutes or something on a break. Hey, if Anakin needs a break, I totally get it. Can we have like a backup Anakin? Run right back out so everyone in line don't miss that opportunity to get a photo with him. If that's happened to you, let me know down in the comments. Like I mentioned, the stage in Tomorrowland, if you were really pumped to meet Darth Maul and you were like 3 people away, the stage might suddenly just collapse into the ground and then pop back up, and now it's Palpatine and Darth Vader instead of Darth Maul. That can be really frustrating when you've been looking forward to taking a picture with one of the characters individually, and then right before you get there, they're gone. So Disney, please, if you could bring some more consistency to those characters and not have them disappear right before you get a chance to get a photo with them, that would really help. And the fifth reason why I can't go to Star Wars NIte this year, even though I will be in the parks around that time, is because of the entertainment. So some of the major entertainment points during Star Wars NIte is Captain Phasma's March of the First Order. But I kind of found that a little like underwhelming.
We will find them.
They march over and down and they talk for a minute and they kind of pose and then they kind of march around the land and it's over. It's really cool when you first see it for the first 5 minutes, but when they keep marching in circles and you're kind of stuck in this mob, you really want to like hurry up and go get in line to go see like Luke Skywalker or Ewoks or something. It is pretty cool to see Figrin Dan and the Modal Nodes, also known as the Cantina Band from Star Wars A New Hope. They actually are on a barge and they sail around on the rivers of America, but they go from one end to the other and then it's done. So they do that a few times in the night, but it only lasts like, I don't know, 5 or 8 minutes. And that brings me to the fireworks. So I'm happy that they have fireworks, but there's no projections, there's no actors, there's nothing special at all. It's a dark castle with fireworks, and they have all the classic favorite Star Wars music playing. You have to admit, compared to all the normal Disney entertainment and the same shows from the other Disney After Dark events, this is a lower quality performance. At the Oogie Boogie Bash in California Adventure, they have a fully unique, choreographed World of Color show with all the images, and it's like a huge full-on Oogie Boogie show that you can only see at that event. On my last night at Star Wars NIte, I actually didn't even get to see the fireworks because for safety reasons, if the winds are too high up above, they can't shoot them off. But if they had projections on the castle and Main Street for Star Wars NIte, then even if there were weather problems, you still could enjoy a show with your favorite Star Wars memories and music. While I was editing this video, Disney just announced a brand new Skywalker projection show in Galaxy's Edge. I am very excited about this, but I did want to remind everyone that this is going to be playing on like a nightly basis and is not exclusive to Star Wars NIte. talking about a parade doesn't sound as exciting. That's where a lot of the magic is from your experience and your trip, hearing the sounds, seeing the characters. And unfortunately, Star Wars NIte does not have a Star Wars themed parade. Instead, they call it the Star Wars Cavalcade, where you, the guests, can go start at Main Street near the front gate and walk and make your own parade as you walk up to the castle and get a picture with Mickey and Minnie. But truthfully, if they had a big extravagant Star Wars parade with like Han Solo flying the Falcon and Wookiees and Ewoks and Stormtroopers and all those people in a parade, you know everyone would be lined up to check that out. Just like in the Oogie Boogie Bash, both have their super unique, extravagant parades you can only see at that time. The one piece of entertainment that I do have to say is a must visit, which I think they play 2 or 3 times a night, is the Lightsaber meetup in Galaxy's Edge with Rey and Chewbacca. And that's just a really awesome moment where you may not be able to experience anything like that anywhere else, where you get to ignite your lightsaber amongst like hundreds or even thousands of other people at the same time. It was a very surreal experience. I really felt the Star Wars love in the area. It was really great. Unfortunately, that little event during Star Wars NIte is kind of short and it hasn't changed in the last 3 years, but that might be a good thing to let some of you guys go experience it for yourself. But unfortunately, after going 3 years in a row, the bottom line is that they're just not adding enough each year to really justify returning, although I really hope Disney makes some improvements because I would love to return next year. And not only that, you also have to think about what staying up till midnight or 1 a.m. is going to do for your trip, and if it's going to cost you more than you're going to gain. All right, guys, now it's time to let me know, did you go to Star Wars NIte? Did you enjoy it? And would you go back again? Answer one of those questions down in the comments, and I can't wait to see what kind of messages you guys leave for me. So as always, please take care, be safe, and have an awesome Star Wars day. See you next time, guys. Yes! Take care, guys. See you in the next video.